Okay. So we are actually talking on GoToMeeting, right? We're not using Skype anymore, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, everything is GoToMeeting. Okay. All right. So
You able to
in
see my
order
desktop
to
machine?
yeah, I do see the data warehouse architecture
Yeah, yeah.
basics and all that. Okay. But in order to start the recording, I'd like to, do we still have Samir online? Uh, Anabin?
Yes, still is there.
Yes, Nitin, tell me. I'm here.
Oh yeah, okay. I mean, I just thought of starting
No. Yeah, don't start. Click on just recording on there because you have can you able to see the file option there
on this screen.
on the GoToMeeting panel? You can able to see the file option on the top.
Okay, let's see. Show control panel.
You have a file options, weave, help, and all this.
Okay, hold on. Let me just not up into open right here. So just give me. Oh, I get now the menu is okay. It was like a shrink.
Yeah, and that
okay,
you
so
can
file
preferences. Go to the preferences.
And I do see.
Preferences.
Okay,
Go to the
got it.
and in that you have two options there: recording in a GoToMeeting format, and convert to Windows Media Player file.
Okay.
Click onto the convert to Windows Media Player file.
Okay, great.
And then
All
you
right.
can see the recording options, the locations where you are saving it. And then come onto the screen of the GoToMeeting, then hit onto the start recording.
Okay, and there's a button to, is there any button to record or?
Yes, you have a small icon. There's, same in the file option there you see like, microphone, telephone, audio, webcam, and the stop recording. Click onto the start recording.
Okay,
You able to do that?
well, let's see. I'm just looking for this. Yeah, I got it. All right.
Got it? Yeah,
sounds
hit
good.
on.
Yep.
Yeah, hit onto that. So every day you have to follow the same way, and you can record your conversation. Okay. Right?
Great. Thank you.
All right, guys. Good to go then.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Amit.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Just started recording now.
Yes, Nitin. Yes. Coming to this data warehousing architecture, we have three common architectures. There are like basic, the staging area, and data mart. So you know like what is a data mart and what is a data warehousing, and the role symbol and Bill Inman. They are the two persons who have given some definitions to the data warehousing. Okay, so coming to the basic data warehousing architecture, how it looks like, we can see in the next slide. Yeah, so this is the basic structure. So we'll be having a data sources, like it's nothing but operation systems. For example, if you have an organization, say ABC Private Limited, it has different divisions like sales, sales, finance, HR. So their individual data can be maintained in separate systems. One can maintain in database in different databases like DB2, SQL Server, and Oracle. So it's in different file systems. So from there, if senior leadership wants to take a decision based on his business, how will he come up? Like he just needs the data, right? Summarized and valid data should be there to take a decision.
Sure.
So we have the data sources over here, and then with the data warehouse there, we can extract the data with the help of ETL tools, as Informatica, data stage. So there are different ETL tools which will try to, which will help to extract the data from operation system and place it in warehouse. From there, users are reporting and data mining. So this will be done by extracting the data from data warehouse.
Okay.
So this is like a basic structure, actually, common architecture which will follow in the data warehousing area.
Okay.
So any doubts in this, Nitin?
Yeah, good. No problem.
Okay, okay, fine. So going to the next model with a staging area. Why we need a staging area? So there are so many regions because the organization has its branches in all over different countries. Okay, we are extracting the data from India and then US, UK. So there will be different time zones, right? So we want to consolidate in in a single place. From there we will consolidate all the details and send it to the warehouse. So that is one of the reasons we will maintain a staging area.
Okay.
Okay. So the same like operation systems and then warehouse. From there we will build a report cube for better decision making purpose.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay. The next thing is with the staging area and data marts. Along with staging area, we can come up with the data marts also. Because if they want to see their individual data separately, like purchasing data should be there in particular data mart. From there, he will extract only purchase details. From sales, inventory, like that. So this is the different, different common architectures for data warehousing.
Right.
Okay. You know, like, what is a data mart? It's a subset of a data warehousing.
Right. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just particularly concentrating on a specific domain of the business.
Specific subject area or domain, we can say.
Right. Okay. Right.
Okay. See, before we implement this, so what are the things we require as a data modeler? What all we should understand to follow the process? See, we should understand the client business requirements first. See, if leadership wants to, was asking some report, so he wants to see how many sales have happened till last month or last year, how was the sales, and which quarter there was a growth or high in sales or less in sales. So based on that, he will take a decision for next year. Okay. So like that, we just wanted to understand the client business requirement first before developing any report.
Right.
And then we need to understand the grain of fact. So you know what is the granularity?
Granularity. To me, it's like the most detailed levels that you can begin from the higher to the lower, basically.
Exactly. That is called, we call it as a grain.
Okay.
Granularity. And then once we have understood the grain of fact tables, we will design the dimension tables first. Even if you see in ETL part, we will load dimension first, then only we will we will load the fact table.
Right.
Because dimensions are like a table, like product information, location information, timestamp, all these are dimension tables, it will be stable. But fact tables we will be looking at to, like, this product has been sold in this location, what was the rate. So because of this kind of information will be there in a fact table. All measures will be available in fact table.
Right.
That is the second part, we will do that. So these are the 4 steps which is important to understand before designing a schema.
Right.
Even this is not our part actually, as a data modeler will do.
Right.
It's not comes under a Cognos actually.
Okay. So we'll be covering the framework manager in our training too, right?
Yes, definitely. Yes. So now we are talking about in general of data warehousing. We haven't started this Cognos part.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So dimension tables. So what is this? It contains only textual information that represents the attributes of business. For example, country, state, then city, location, product, customer. So all those details will be there. It's like a textual information will be there. There won't be any measures or numeric values.
Right.
It contains a static or joint fact table through a foreign key reference or usually smaller than fact table. So we will see in the next slide what is a fact table and what is the relationship between fact and dimension table. So majorly we use dimension and fact, the terminology. In database, we'll be having a tables and columns, right? The same way, like in data warehousing terminology, we will divide those tables as dimension and fact table. It contains numeric measures of the business, like the quantity, how much quantity has been sold in the last month. So only the quantity values will get stored in the fact table.
Right.
The time details will get stored in the dimension table.
Right.
Okay. So it contains facts and connected to dimensions. That's what we have discussed, right? The quantity, time, and which customer we have sold. So the customer dimension will involve here. So two types of columns will be there, facts or measures or foreign keys to dimension tables. So you know, right, what is a primary key and what is a foreign key?
Primary is like a set of common keys between two tables. But the foreign key is like probably a third-party key where you get like an additional reference to get approach to, you know.
Yes, like primary key is like for that particular table, that is a unique one.
Unique key, exactly.
Yeah, unique key. For example, employee dimension. If you take employee dimension, so we will consider primary key as employee ID. That will identify his all the details.
Right.
Right. So the same way foreign key will be like that will be in different table which is referring again in the department dimension there will be an employee ID. By using we will be joining employee ID from employee table and department table so that we will get this employee ID belongs to which department.
Right.
So that point of time we will join these two tables and we will get the required information.
Right.
Okay. A fact table might contain either detail level facts or facts that have been aggregated. So both kind of data will be available in the detail level or aggregated values will be available in the fact table.
Right. I mean, say here I have one table like an employee table, which has the employee ID and in that
employee
table it has the department ID as well. Now the department table will contain the department ID. So in the employee table, the department ID column will act as a what was that? The secondary
foreign key.
Foreign key.
Department table, department ID is act as a primary key.
Right. But in the employee table, the department ID will act as a foreign key.
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
Okay.
It is reference to be somewhat, in some other table that will be a primary key.
Primary
that
key.
That is the reason we will call it as a foreign key.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how the star schema looks like. A single fact table will be surrounded by different dimension tables. Since it looks like a star, they are called it as star schema.
Right.
Okay. See, we have a product dimension, location dimension, organization, and time dimension with a sales fact. If you see this PK and FK, PK is nothing but primary key and FK is foreign key.
Okay. Right.
Okay. From product dimension, there is an identifier which has been joined with sales fact table. Product dimension identifier, the third one, is a foreign key. It is treated as a foreign key over here.
Okay. Got it.
So what is the purpose of joining these tables? So by any idea?
Purpose of joining this table, right? I mean, it's a great reference basically based on the analysis point of view. You have all the information intact, because every other dimension table is being connected to this one common fact table.
Yes.
Yes. With,
so they can usually, we can, while developing a report, if we drag a column from any of the dimension, it will get connected to another table and from there also it will fetch the data.
Right.
Right. In case we are building a report saying that, the products have been, the sales dollar amount. What is the sales dollar amount in this particular location?
Right.
And how many products have been sold. So for that, like location, product, and sales fact, it will take the data from these three tables alone.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we can view this one particular sales from a variety of different dimensions.
Exactly. Okay. So these are the design benefits of star schema. It's easy for users to understand. Even if you build this kind of schema in Cognos Framework Manager, it will quickly retrieve the data. The response will be quick.
Right.
Okay. It supports multi-dimensional as well, and then supports many front-end tools. There are different tools. Coming to Snowflake. So have you heard of it? Snowflake schema?
Yeah, I think it's like a sub extension of the star. I mean, there's something like that. Maybe one of the dimension will reference to another table. Not. I mean, it is already referencing the fact table, but it will also reference to some other subset.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. For example, if we take a time dimension, time dimension will have year information, quarterly, then monthly, weekly, daily information we'll be having. Whereas in star schema, within a single table, if you observe here, the time dimension will have year, quarter, month. So all information will be available in a single dimension table. Right. Whereas in Snowflake schema, based on our requirement, we can divide this time dimension into 4 or 3 tables.
Okay.
All year information will be in one table, quarter information in another table. So it will be like broken up. The hierarchies are broken into simpler tables.
Got it. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So both fact and dimension are normalized. So that is kind of normalization process. Whereas star schema is a denormalized process and Snowflake is a normalized one.
Okay.
Also, when you try to get the, if you want to get the data out of those schemas, it will, increases the number of joins and poor performance in retrieval of data.
Obviously.
It's because of we have, more number of tables.
Yeah, multiple joins and many tables. Right.
Exactly the same. It may become large or unmanageable, and it degrades the query performance.
Okay. So we normally don't use the Snowflake schema, frequently, or only when it's needed it's used. I mean, when it's necessary to use. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the example of Snowflake schema.
Okay.
So for location, we have come up with another state lookup dimension, and from product category, from organization we have divided that into different table branch.
Right.
So this is how it looks like actually, Snowflake schema.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So these are the important aspects of star schema and Snowflake schema. Every dimension will have a primary key. It will not have any parent tables. Like it will not segregate it into different tables. One dimension table will be there in star schema.
Right.
Yeah, the same information here is broken into simpler tables. Okay. So do you have any questions for me in the data warehousing area?
No, we're good. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Okay. Coming to Cognos, like there are different versions so far. They have released. Earlier it was a Cognos Corporation. In 2007, IBM has acquired it.
Okay.
And then there are the different versions I can say, Impromptu and PowerPlay. Those are all Windows based. We have Windows and web based tools available within Cognos.
Okay.
Okay. So here I have just listed down what is Windows based and what is a web based tool.
Okay. Yeah, Windows.
So ReportNet. Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, got it. Go ahead.
Okay, fine. So this is how the user interface will be, the Cognos. So this is the 10 actually. Sorry, 8 screenshot. But I will, give you an hands-on on 10.1 only.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I do have 10.1 installed in my system.
Wow, that's good.
And I'm seeing I was working fine in India. I mean, I came last week over here. I'm in New Jersey.
Oh.
The thing is, it's whichever is related to the authoring, like the you have the report studio and the advanced. What were the new?
Yeah, it's 10.1. We have like they have some of they have added this business insight and business insight advanced.
Yeah, so business insight advanced and the report studio authoring, basically authoring. That is giving me some issue. It's not running well. But other than that, other components and eventually you can take a look at it. Might be once we fix it, we will be able to use what I have in my machine.
Okay. So report studio is working for you?
No, report studio used to work. Until the last 3 days, I don't know what's going on with it. So, it's loading and it runs partially a little bit from the Mozilla. It doesn't work well from the Internet Explorer.
Okay.
And it has that HAL error, HAL error. It is recently showing that error. So I don't know what's up with that. But we'll take a look at it.
Okay, fine. So I'll just give you a brief about this architecture part.
Okay.
It has a multi-tier architecture for we have a 3 tiers: web server tier and application and data tier.
Okay.
It's based on business function and it's typically separated by network firewalls. The Cognos user interfaces sit above the tiers, the web-based and Windows-based. Let me show you that. Yeah. So where the web-based and Windows-based interfaces will sit on top of these 3 layers. Okay. So web-based is nothing but report studio, query studio, event metrics, and then business insight and business insight advanced. Windows-based are framework manager, PowerPlay transformer, and metric designer. These are the Windows-based interfaces. Okay. So, as soon as you, in the web server, what will be there? These are the web-based interfaces. Metric, as I told you, we have web-based interfaces in Cognos. These are the different interfaces.
Okay.
Metric, query, analysis, report studio, event studio, and Cognos connection. So this is the single point of contact for all the studios. All the data will be available in Cognos connection. You can see as public folders and my folders. You would have seen that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is Cognos connection actually. And then these are the Windows-based framework manager, metric, map, transformer.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So in the side one, what will happen? How the data will flow from one server to another server. This we can see in the tier 1.
Okay.
It has one or more gateways actually. The mainly communication, the web communication will be happen through gateways only, which resides on one or more web servers. Okay. It's an extension of web server program that transfers information from the web server to another server. As we discussed, we have 3 servers, right? Web, application, and data tier.
Right.
The gateway will help to move the data from one server to another server. Okay. The Cognos then it supports several types of web gateways, including CGI, ISAP, Apache. Okay. While do you know the installation configuration part also? Or someone install on your machine?
Actually, I installed version 8 by myself, but version 10 somebody installed. So I don't know.
Okay. So no, at least why I'm asking is as you said, it is already available in your system. I just wanted to know whether you have installed or Or
yeah.
If you have installed, so you would have known all these things. So I just wanted to understand that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because while configuring, you will come up all these things like whether CGI or ISAP. Because if you see that link localhost / Cognos 8 / CGI, Cognos.cgi or Cognos ISAPI.dll will be there.
Okay.
So these are the different gateways which will help actually.
I remember creating virtual directory.
Yes, in the IIS. Internet
Yeah,
information
yeah.
service. Yeah, there we will do all this configuration part.
Okay.
There we will define either CGI or IS API.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the different gateways. It will pass the data from one server to another server.
Okay.
Next is the application server. It contains one or more Cognos servers. It has a dispatcher actually. Yep. Yes. Its installation includes application tier components, which includes a dispatcher. So in the second tier, in the first tier, we have discussed about the gateways, right?
Right.
And then in the second tier, the main important thing is the dispatcher, which will direct the services, whatever in case if you have, open a report, and in the back end how the flow will be like. If you open a report, that particular report information will go to the next level using this dispatcher.
Okay.
It operates services and routes requests. So whatever the request you are performing on any studio, this dispatcher will operate the services. There are different services: report service, batch service, schedule service.
Right. Can you just give me 1 minute? There's somebody on the door. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So what it will do is the dispatcher, it starts all Cognos services configured and enabled on a computer. If you see the configuration part, so you said that you have already installed in your machine, right? If you go and on the programs, you can see that IBM Cognos configuration. If you go there in the left hand side, there will be one option where you can see all the services.
Right.
Okay, so mainly the dispatcher will kickstart all the services actually after configured and enabled on a computer.
Okay.
It is a multi-threaded application that uses one or more threads per request. In case one request is taking long time or it gets hanged, it will move to some other request. Through that only it will work, because it's a load balancing.
Okay.
You know, right, how load balancing will work? In case if in this route the request is taking lot of time and another request is coming, dispatcher will it diverts through the some other request.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then within applications here we have a content manager, which is the Cognos service that manages the storage of customer application data, including security, configuration data, models, metrics, everything. All report specifications will be there in content store. That will be managed by content manager.
Okay.
So that content store will be there in the third layer.
Okay.
But content manager will be there at the second level.
Okay.
That will manage the content store actually. It's a relational database that contains data that Cognos needs to operate, such as report specification. Like this report specification will be in the form of XML.
Okay.
In the backend, it will be there in a XML. And then whatever we publish the model. So in framework manager only we will publish the model. And the packages that contain them, connection information for data sources, information, all. So all kind of information will get stored in a content store.
Right.
The same way metric store. Whatever the work we will do for metric studios, so that particular data will get stored in a metric store. Okay. So there are the different features of IBM Cognos 10 BI. It's a open data access. Even in 10.2, like from Excel, you can directly import the data. Earlier we were having like we need to create a data source connection for Excel, and we will import the data into framework manager and publish the data, and then we were building a report in Report Studio. This was the process earlier. But from 10.1 onwards, we have a direct option in Cognos itself. We can directly extract the data.
Okay.
Okay. No, once we start working on Cognos, then you will come to know. Now it will be bit, you will not be able to get 100% whatever I am telling now.
Okay, I mean data extraction you are talking about, right? In Cognos 10.
No, open data access means that means Cognos 10 can access data from anywhere, like from Excel data source also we can take the data and build a report out of it.
Okay, so earlier Cognos 8 was like not able to pull from the Excel. Is that what you mean?
No. What I'm trying to say is that was bit much time taking, and also it was like a long process.
Oh,
now
I see.
in
Okay.
10.1 it has reduced actually.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at it as we go along here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then dimensional reporting and dashboarding, deep loss data comparative analysis, self-service reporting. So that is like self-service reporting. Even in Query Studio, many of the users, they will play with the report. So they'll be having their own data and they will own their own report. They'll just drag and drop and take those outputs actually.
Right.
They don't want to have a standard template, and they don't want a specific logo should be there in the right hand side or something like that. They just wanted the data for some reason.
Okay.
So self-service reporting also will be there. It will possible.
You mean I'm sorry, you're talking about the business insight when you say self-service reporting?
Query Studio.
Oh, Query Studio. Okay, got it.
Yeah. There, the user should not have, he shouldn't be proficient in Cognos.
Right.
If basic functionalities in Cognos, he can he can create a report on his own.
Right. I mean, as we move along, as you just my request that if you can elaborate more on how it is different than Cognos 8. I mean, as we go along, time to time you'll say, this is the difference between.
So I will tell you the new features which have come in 10 that I will do.
This is how it used to work in 8, and now we are looking at it in a different perspective. This is how it is now in 10.
Once we get into Cognos environment, then I will explain you one by one.
Great.
So how was in Framework Manager, how was in Report Studio, how was in Query Studio. So that we will discuss.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, fine. So this is how like the web user interfaces: Query Studio, Report Studio, Metric Analysis, and Event Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I actually put a request to Samir to cover up with the Matrix Studio and the transformer portion.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
But the basic things we need to cover is the Cognos connection. Without knowing this, it's too difficult to understand those.
Exactly. Okay. I mean, yeah, exactly. As we go along, Okay, great. Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is how the user interface will be. So the data sources will be there. So I'll just explain you the flow, how we will build a report. For example, if user has requested us to build a report, he has given some template and he asked us to do it. So what is the first step we will do? After seeing the requirement, first we will check whether that particular data is available in the database or not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is nothing but the data sources in the down part. And then in the framework manager, so that is our next point, where we will, from framework manager, we will connect to the database and fetch the data, and we will build the model in framework manager. So you getting, or you have any doubts, Nitin?
I'm good actually, yeah. Because I think I've worked a little bit on the framework manager as a practice, that it pulls the metadata from the data sources and then
exactly. So from the data source, whatever the required data, we will pull it in Framework Manager and we will build a model and we will publish as a package to the Cognos connection.
Exactly. Yeah, right? That will be available to all the upper layers, basically.
All the upper layers. Based on that, they can go ahead and do the reporting. Fine.
Right.
We are good with it. Yeah.
Yep.
So the same like different data sources like SQL, XML, MDX, anything. It's open data access.
Great.
Right, as we discussed.
Yep.
So workflow will be like this, the same information. So the data sources from Framework Manager to Metric, or directly Framework Manager to Cognos connection, and then it will be distributed from where we can do it. The same workflow. So here I have just given step by step in our wording.
Right.
In a Framework Manager, what will do? The modeler ensures that metadata is presented in a manner that business users can understand it, import the metadata from one or more databases, and then add to the model to meet user requirements. That is a part of Framework Manager.
Yeah.
So in the metric designer, what will do? Modeler identifies the data items and calculations that from the targets and actual results for each metric. You know, right? What is the target and what actual result?
Target is like the I mean, it's not the forecast.
The value we have set it up like for this month we should be, doable till this. That is the target and whatever they have done. Yeah, that's normal terminology.
Right. I mean, does this target thing comes under, by any chance, comes under the predictive analysis or the forecasting by any chance?
No, it won't.
Okay.
Because that is a TM1 actually, the financial forecasting and budgeting.
Oh, I see. Okay.
IBM Cognos TM1. That is a different tool. This is a BA stage. IBM Cognos BA.
Are you working on TM1 by any chance? Or just
no. Even I am planning to, learn that.
Okay.
TM1. Yeah. I have, entire experience in BA itself, all 6+ years.
As a matter of fact, I took the TM1 course when I was here last year. Somebody taught me. Yeah, so do have the recordings available in case if you need it.
Okay. So most of the part we can do it in Excel, right? The TM1.
Yeah.
Okay. See, then modeler, what it will do, he will do is he publishes and updates packages to Cognos connection so that authors can use them to create reports, events, and the same flow which I have given in the wording here.
Right.
Users can run, view, and manage their content in Cognos connection depending on their security permissions. They may be able to simply run and view reports or manage schedules, portal layout, and other users' permissions. So this is the flow like from database to fill reports. You got it right? Database, Framework Manager, Cognos connection, and then all our studios. From there we can access.
Right. Yep.
So this is what I have planned for today.
Okay.
So this is all about like data warehousing and Cognos basic theory part.
Right.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, the thing is, I would like to. I mean, I already did the course, but the thing is, I was not so happy about the prior course that I took from India. They didn't really go ahead with any practicality, any real-time scenarios, or no labs. It was just like a theory, and got totally disappointed with it. So here, what I am like, right.
No, I'll not happen. I'll make sure that it will not happen this time, because that's the way I will take the classes actually.
I see. Okay. And also on the other side, I'm looking forward to a little bit of the speed up process. Like, I mean, if we have the classes for going on for 1 hour a day and maybe 30 days, maybe we can crunch it down to 20, and that way it will speed me up more, because I already have the background. I worked on hands-on a little bit of the reporting for Cognos. What I want to know more from the part that I mean, just to drill through reports and parent child, just a little bit here and there. So I'm familiar with that. In the spare time, I can practice more as we go along. But what I really need is the more practical scenarios, more live, because I'll be ready for the interviews after we're done with the training, plus the the event studio and the matrix studio in a real time scenario. So you know about it.
Yes.
Just wanted to brief you. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So about software, I need to check with Samir, whether he is going to give us a link or how is it?
Maybe you can take a look at what I have on my PC. Maybe there's a minor bug, and then we can take care of it. And it's a matter of running the report studio itself. I'm not too much concerned with the Business Insight Advanced, which has the same issue like this report studio. But once we have the report studio running, and it used to run before, it is giving some funky errors. So you might be able to take a look at it.
Okay. So let me make you as a presenter so that you can share your desktop and show me that.
Okay. You wanna take care of it now, or maybe tomorrow? It's up to you. I don't have any problem.
Okay. So maybe tomorrow. Before that, I'll just check with Samir about the software part.
Yeah. The one that I have on my PC is 10.1.
10.1. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I don't have the Matrix Studio. And but I do have the Transformer.
Okay. Fine.
All right. So
we'll
go
step by step. Yeah, we'll go by step by step. Like first we will work on this Cognos connection part.
Yep.
And then I will explain you all the options within Cognos. Like now it's not a theory part. I'll just open a Cognos connection and I will just explain you the functions, what is there in it and what is the use of it.
Right.
Okay. And then Query Studio, then Report Studio, then Framework Manager. So it will go on.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, the later part we can consider on the scorecard, like the matrix and the transformer aspect.
Yes.
Also, my request is as I'm going along with the training, I would like to complete my certifications as soon as possible. So I requested the material for the there is a Cognos 612. I think it used to be 112. Now it's 612, right? The first.
Yes. Yeah. Author.
So do you happen to have any of the material, or should I check with Samir?
I have done like 4 years back actually. At that time the 8th version was there. Now the paper was changed.
Yeah, for the 10 version they call it as 612. BI 612. I think it used to be 112. I think before.
Yeah.
So
I'll just check with them. If I have.
Yeah, because what I'm planning to do is the authoring, the 612, then 625 is the metadata modeler, multidimensional author. I'm sorry, and then there is something on the database that is 645. I'm not planning to do the admin as of now, but I'll be doing the database data warehousing. So
data warehousing.
Yeah, I think that is 645.
Okay.
COG 645. So, but anyway, just to keep you aware of, because I've been eating the material as we go along, and it will speed me up, as we are learning, it will motivate me to, appear faster.
So in the weekends, will it be possible for you to spend 2 hours or 3 hours?
Come again. I didn't get you.
No. In the weekends, is it possible for you to spend 2 hours or 3 hours so that, as you said, you wanted to finish it faster?
Yeah, we can do it. That's what my game plan is. I mean, this is what date is today, 19th. So, I'm looking forward to it. Should be in a better position by the end of the month. Knowing a lot about, we're looking at like maybe 15 days.
Okay.
12 days. So 12 days, I will be more than self-sufficient basically.
But in weekdays, I cannot take more than 1 hour. So, but weekends, I'll definitely, spend more than that.
Not a problem. So, within like maybe 2 to 3 weeks will be fine. I think probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Then we'll meet up tomorrow the same time.
Yeah, we'll meet tomorrow at the same. Yeah, you are in Hyderabad. Which area you are?
Like my native or yes?
Yeah, I mean, you're properly located in the city?
Yes, yes.
Because why I'm asking, I was in this Amirpet area back in '98.
Oh.
Amirpet and Panjagutta.
Okay.
So
Okay.
there is some company called Sriven Computers, and I was working there.
Maybe, I don't know, like.
Too many, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
anyway,
Yes,
sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks, Navin. Bye.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Navin. Yeah, we'll same time tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye. You too.